Good evening. I'm Sid Whedon, and this is the psychic weather report for May 25th, 2025. Um, Hi, thank you for tuning in. I felt it tonight, like a kitten picked up by her mama by the neck. You know how mama cats do that to kittens. They just pick them up by the neck. You know, and the kitten goes completely limp. They don't fight them; they go completely limp. It's like mama can snap your neck, if you disobey. But I don't think that's the reason. They just know to do that. Um, I moved on. It was perceptible. It felt good. There was strength and there was power. There was a distinct sense of moving forward, which forward being a terribly restrictive kind of term, but unless you want a whole paragraph on what forward might mean, just forward, okay? It was interesting. I wasn't trying. Actually, I've been testing equipment. I've been working on podcast equipment. Honestly, to get the right stuff lined up so it sounds good and it looks good, and I can do a podcast without a whole lot of fuss and muss. And that's what I was into. I was not into a bunch of spiritual stuff. Um, I don't know. I felt something. It's 5/25/2025, which is damn near a palindrome, not quite. But 5/25/2025 is 21, which is the world, which is completion, fulfillment, celebration, happiness. You made it. You won the NCAA. You caught the brass ring. Whatever. Um, that's the world. And then the Empress is like, it's like, I don't know. I'm a guy. I approach the world in guy ways. But like the Empress to me is like the lady. It's the lady that I've been dancing with all these years. Uh, Her fertility has brought us two wonderful sons. So, to me, I know exactly in my life who the Empress is. Now, who the Empress may be in your life, it may be completely different. I know who she is in mine. So it's like, you know, and there's certain sadness in that. Completion, finishing, uh, given a choice, I'd rather be at the beginning of my life than at the completion of it. But, you know, you have to play the hand you're dealt. I had to stop um, recording last night. I was just too high and too tired. I had been testing things like volume all day long, a new microphone, new monitor speaker. Um, I'd really been working real hard, and by the time I was doing that recording, I was a little high, well, more than a little. And when I get like that, my tongue gets thick and my mind slows down, and it feels real good, but it's not the ideal state to make a podcast. So I wanted to finish this one up this morning, um, and we had the cards that I drew through numerology. Really, there are two cards: the World, completion, and the Empress, who is uh, I don't know, mother, sister, lover, goddess, uh, the earthly feminine principle, as opposed to the spiritual, ethereal feminine principle of the high priestess. This is a down to earth lady. This is the lady you want to party with, And so getting those two cards together. Of course, this was it was a particular day. Um, I'm sure today everything changes. You have a different set of numbers and you have a different set of circumstances. But at that time, it was, well, really it was for me a time of kind of reflecting. My wife and I, Marion, have been together for a long time, 47 years. We have had two sons together, raised them. They're both fine young men now. I'm very proud of them. And so we have, in essence, completed that cycle of fertility. Um, the the world is the completion of a great big life cycle. It's not a little momentary thing. It's not a small cycle that comes and goes in a couple of days. The world represents a larger life cycle um, that has run its course. It's been completed. You are at an ending with the world, and that implies a new beginning. We're always hopeful. Uh, the tarot has no dead ends. It always cycles and circles around. So we can look forward to perhaps a new grand cycle. Um, at least, if you want to claim that for yours, I claim it for mine. I do feel like I'm kind of at the beginning of a new cycle. And yeah, the old one's been good. The old one's been good, but, I don't have to play dad anymore. My guys are grown. They're completely independent, financially and emotionally and every other way, which is a good thing. That's where you want to get them. You don't realize that when you have them, but once you have them, then you're just desperate to raise them to be independent, autonomous people who can stand on their own feet, who don't need you propping them up. And I've done that. I'm very proud of that. I love my boys. I love my wife. So yeah, it is. I have reached the end of a grand cycle, and I'm looking forward to what the new grand cycle may look like. Um, I just got my driver's license renewed for 8 years, which at my age is kind of ambitious. You know, I fully intend to expire that driver's license like I did all the rest. Uh, I have been trying to get a driver's license since last October. It's May. It's been that long. And just one problem after another. We would try to get the license. We tried to get it by um, online. That wouldn't work. They didn't like the picture that I had on file was too old, so I had to show up and shoot a new picture. And then, there was one time we had an appointment to go to this one place, and right before we were literally about 30 minutes from walking out the door, I get a text message um, saying, your appointment has been canceled at the Driver's License Bureau. We're closing for the day. No explanation. Okay. Turns out somebody had been shot right out in front of the building. Well, so that appointment was down the drain. And I had to make a new appointment, and then there was some kind of snafu that messed that one up. The months are going by. And then finally, we, we had an appointment to go in. I was going to get the real ID, the one that lets you fly on jet airplanes and go to federal buildings. And we go in there and they wouldn't accept my genuine, honest to God, original birth certificate from the state of Texas from way back, But it was original. It was a little baby feet printed on ink in it. They wouldn't accept it. So we said, well, okay, can I just get a regular driver's license? We'll mess with this real ID stuff later. And they said, oh, sure, yeah, no problem. Get in the line over here. They took me in. But literally from the time that I started trying to get a driver's license to the time that I received the driver's license in the mail was October 2024 to May 2025 to get just a damn driver's license. And I mean, my driving record is spotless. I've never been arrested for anything. I'm a citizen of the United States. There's no question about that. But I don't know. It was a damned ordeal. It was like one of those case studies in dealing with the bureaucracy of government. But anyhow, so I got my driver's license, got that yesterday, and I got a new microphone. It's a Behringer condenser mic, cardioid. I really like it. It's really clear. It's very noise free, and it seems to work with my little mixer very well. And so, and then I got a new little JBL speaker so I can listen to the stuff. And so I was working with all that jazz, and and I just wore myself out, and yeah, then I got high. Yeah, when I get like that, when I get high, my tongue gets thick. I slow down. My mind gets kind of thick, and I don't do as well with that. So, um, I spent the whole time testing all this new equipment, how things would work together. You know, every microphone's different. It's like every electric guitar is a little bit different. It's all the same thing, but somehow each one has its own personality. It needs its own particular set of settings, volume, tone, all that stuff, uh, to sound right. So I had to figure out all that, which is fun. I like doing that. I won't lie. But, so anyhow, so I was utterly exhausted. But I did want to do a podcast, and that's why I'm finishing up now. Um, it was Saturday night, and you kind of look back on the week, and it's just like, you know, how stupid do we really want to be? Really, that's kind of where I'm at with us and the news and our so-called president. Is how stupid do we really want to be? How wrong do we want to get this? How much damage do we want to do to ourselves? I don't know. So far, our capacity for self-abuse seems virtually unlimited. I hope we wake up. I do. I hope we all wake up. So going into this Memorial Day weekend, I guess I'll have more to say about Memorial Day. I'll probably do a pod just on Memorial Day. But this is a somber holiday. We remember those who have lost their lives in the service of our country. Um, and really, it's almost broader than that. It's those who are deceased who have served our country. Everybody that's helped out, that's gone now, is this weekend. And, I'm not a super patriotic flag waver kind of person. I'm not. Um, but I do love our country. And I do mourn those who have fallen in the line of duty. It is important. It's so easy for us to just forget those people. It happens, we move on, their names are forgotten, maybe they're on a list somewhere, a registry, but they're forgotten. And Memorial Day is the day that those folks should not be forgotten. Memorial Day is the day for remembering those folks, their lives, as well as their sacrifices. How they ended up, well, that's a sad thing. We should remember their lives. These were real human beings, They weren't statistics. They weren't names. under a little gray photograph somewhere. They were real people. They had real lives. They had hobbies and pets, and they had jobs and girlfriends and boyfriends, and there were whole worlds there that were just snuffed out, basically, for us. So, going into Memorial Day, um, offer a little prayer for those people who have given so much. Um, take a few moments to remember. If you don't know anyone that's ever lost their lives in the service of our country, we'll find someone. Look it up. The records are all there somewhere. Find someone to remember. I'm Sid Whedon, and this is the Psychic Weather Report for May 25th, 2025. Thank you for listening.